Alright, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Tay the God, and y'all know how these reviews go. They're just fraudulent. So I knew once I seen that IGN uploaded this, I had to watch it because, I already know it's going to be a joke. Now, I've never watched a 2K review by IGN before, but I have watched a Madden review. You know, all these sites like IGN, Games Radar, GameSpot, like all these sites, they review every game, right? So the regular games like AAA titles like Call of Duty and whatever, The Last of Us, right? They review those, whatever. But when they do sports games, it's actually a joke, y'all. Like it's just a bunch of dudes who sit there for the game for 5 to 10 hours who don't know anything about it. Like they don't play it, and then they just review it. Like, oh, it's so crazy, bro. But anyways, we're just gonna get into this. Let's just start it up.
NBA 2K18 can be compared to an NBA superstar entering his final years in the league. It's confident and willing to take risks because it already knows it has a spot in the Hall of Fame. The legacy of NBA 2K18, that is its gameplay and presentation, are in a great place. And so while not every risk taken with MyGM and my career pays off, it's still something worth coming back to all year long.
Where's the foul? We're not going to talk about that? Where's the foul there? Trust the process. Oh god.
On the court, NBA 2K18
this guy's playing
has
my
done something
team,
genuinely impressive in making each player handled differently. You have to think about dribble drives before going for them, and knowledge of the real-life player's skills is rewarded. Guys like Jimmy Butler are living at the line as they should, while someone like Tyler Johnson does not get the same calls.
That's
Overall,
anything.
you have to really read the defense.
That was literally like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, you get rewarded for knowing how to play your player. Like, that is that a new feature in 18? I didn't know, because should I have been pulling up with Shaq all these years? I don't understand. Like,
you can't just drive into a pile and expect it to go your way, because it
yeah,
won't.
it's always been like that in 2K.
The help defense has really
know.
been diversified this year. Defenders will leave suspect shooters like Ben Simmons and Josh Jackson alone in the corner from three-point land and help out on drives instead, daring them to take and make three-point shots and prove
that's
they
literally
should be
always
the
been like
downside
that.
is that AI players still sometimes struggle with things like losing their man for no.
It's literally always been like that. They'll always sag off shooters, and I don't know if the CPU alone. Like, I know that they have different settings for bad shooters. They'll sag off and stuff, but you could set that up anyways, like by yourself. So they're talking about all these features like they're new or something. Like, come on, bro. Hold up. And then right here, he just says players will lose the man they're defending for no reason. But he's on him. What is he talking
Things like
about?
losing their man for no reason on defense.
It's right there. He put up a shot. He went for the board.
What feels like the culmination of years of baby steps, NBA 2K18 has largely stripped away the linear starting path of my career and combined it with My Park and Pro-Am to create the neighborhood. Instead of picking those modes from menus, you're free to jog to various places and take part in My Park Ante-Up games, or even just compete in trivia against a bunch of other random people. It's a smart way
that's
to
the
keep
biggest
you in a
waste of
populated
time,
world at
that
all
trivia
times,
stuff.
and it pretty effectively hides the loading times.
Oh my god, the loading times in the elevator are freaking ridiculous.
Need to wait for matchmaking, but at least it keeps you in the world in the meantime. Those are all steps forward.
Oh my god, the tattoos don't even get man started.
Microtransactions to a place that feels uncomfortable.
Yup, that's facts.
They were around last year, but now you're forced to use virtual currency to buy everything from a tattoo to a t-shirt, as well as increasing your character's stats. If you buy
it's always been like that with VC. I don't know if you played 17, but you spend VC on everything. It's always been like that. Now, what he should have said was they have an unnecessary amount of VC on certain items, like haircuts for 1,000 VC, tattoos for 1,000 VC. Like, what? Now, my question is, what build is this guy using? Because those stats are looking kind of high. Is that a 3-and-D? I think that's a two-way sharp. Wait, actually, let me pull that back and check.
Big boost to the currency that comes with it.
Yeah, they're definitely spitting facts though with this VC stuff. There's way too much.
It feels like we're being steered towards spending money to avoid an insane amount of hours.
We're definitely getting forced to spending money. It's kind of ridiculous. And then another thing they did this year. Take this in, y'all. So you know how they changed it to the road to 99, right? Instead of like the rep system. You know, last year, even though you had like 20 different dudes, you always had the same rep. I haven't heard anyone talk about this. They made it now, so all your stuff gets reset. So if I have like a 90 overall dude, you know what I mean, shirt off and everything, and I want to make a new guy, I have to completely redo all that. I don't even get those things. Like, I don't get my shirt off. Can't get the bike, can't even get I don't know, the basic like dancing animations and stuff. You can't even get those anymore, because same with shirts, clothes, everything. They want you to buy it multiple times. So what I think they did was they said, you know what? over the long run in 2K18, we're going to get more money, because when people want to make more characters, obviously people don't stick with one character the whole year. When people make more characters, they're going to have to rebuy everything. Everything they have to rebuy. If they made it like that, they might as well just have made it so that every character has a different record. Like, the only thing that carries over from character to character is your park record and your park stats, which is stupid. You know, I'd rather have each individual character show the individual stats and the record with that, than for things to carry over. Because, like, I have not troll builds, but I have builds that, like, I just play with for fun, and the record on those are pretty bad. But overall, I want my record to be good. Like, my record overall right now is like almost 260 or something. A lot of those L's are just from, you know, playing with different builds at like 60 overall and stuff, like just having fun. So like, that's kind of annoying, you know what I mean? When I play with my playmaking sharp or just my pure sharp, I want it to be serious, and I'd rather have those serious stats all across the board. You guys know what I'm saying?
Alright, here's my GM. It's good to see
an element of story,
face?
Why is it like Two-Face?
It's largely styled like a choose-your-own-adventure book that plays out in simple cutscenes, only it feels like the choices don't actually mean much. For example, one story path leads you to a choice of whether to hire the owner's son as assistant GM. If you refuse, the owner hires his son anyway. If you then fire the brat, he'll keep showing up in meetings until you fire him again after the season ends. Between irrelevant choices and a cringeworthy number of bizarre food jokes about made-up foods like donegs, the bright side is you can just play My League to ignore all these story elements and just get lost in the deeper analytical aspects of running an NBA franchise.
I don't usually play MyGM at the beginning, but like, you know, later on to the year I'll start up a MyGM, just run a team, you know, whatever, just go a couple seasons, couple off seasons, you know, it's kind of fun. But I was really excited about this year because I heard they had that story mode thing, and you know, they didn't have a story mode 17, but it's still kind of like a role-playing thing, you know what I mean? You're the GM, you have, like, you know, your status with the players and the owner and you know, all that stuff. So that was kind of cool. Now when I heard they're adding like a storyline to it, I was like, oh, that's actually cool. I kind of want to see what they do with it. But dude here, if he's right talking about how it's not that good, it's kind of upsetting.
NBA 2K18 is another step forward on the court, improving on the series' already great gameplay. You're rewarded for smart, controlled basketball when dribbling, driving, and playing defense in ways that make sense for the players you're controlling. In the side modes, results are mixed.
This guy's really saying anything. Oh, this stuff is so stupid. 8.4?
The same can't be said for the meaningless story elements within MyGM, and microtransactions now have too much of an impact on gameplay.
That's a fact.
There's far more good than bad, though, and NBA 2K18 deserves credit for taking...
Okay, so let's just talk about the verdict real quick. So, they slapped it at 8.4. Now, personally, from what I've seen in the park alone, I've really only played my career. I haven't even played Play Now. I played one game of Play Now. I haven't played my GM, haven't played my team. Personally, I would have to give it like a... Right now, I'd give it a 7. Right now, I would honestly give it a 7. When everything gets patched and fixed, it could be an 8, it could be 8.5, it could be a 9, it could be a 10. But right now, there's just so many problems with the game, and so much carelessness from 2K, where I can't give it an 8. And an 8 and above is a great score. Like, for me, if you're putting it 8 out of 10, that means it's a good game, it's a solid game. 7, you know, it's a pretty good game, it's average, you know what I mean? 6, 5, it's like, you know what I mean? Certain people might like it, but probably not the majority. And then 4 and under is just like, this game's bad. I can't give this game great because of... Honestly, I don't feel like this is a game where you could just give it to a random person and they'll have fun with it, because they totally destroyed my career for everyone. Like, the people who like my career, who only play my career, who don't play my park, they ruined it for them because the my park integrate. We'll talk about this in another video. They don't know what they're doing. 2K doesn't know if they're making it like a serious game, like a competitive game, or if they're making it like a fun game, or if they're making it both. Like, they're all over the place, and they just don't know what they're doing, and they're ruining it for all the different sections. And now, don't get me wrong, you're never gonna make everyone happy. You're never gonna satisfy all the groups of people. But it's just the basic things. But yeah, man, like I said, in my honest opinion, I gotta say, like, it's just like a 7 for me right now. 7, 7.5. There's just so many things that they have to fix. Like, and it's little things. It's honestly little things. In terms of gameplay, at least in the park, I really like it. It's fun. It's different. The movement is just all around. It feels better, in my opinion. A lot of my friends don't like it. A lot of my friends still have to get used to it. I feel like I'm getting used to it still, but there's still some dumb things, don't get me wrong. We'll talk about that in my next video. Maybe in a couple patches or 1 or 2 patches, you know what I mean, they'll fix some of these things. But right now, I can't, man. I just can't, honestly. But that's that, y'all. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the game in the comment section below. A lot of y'all have been hating it in my comments, y'all. A lot of you guys have been so upset with the game. So in these comments, let me know. I'm gonna talk to y'all down there. Let me know your opinion on the game, what you think of the different modes and stuff. If you've tried MyGM, let me know how it plays, because like I still haven't played it. This dude said it's not the best. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you hit that like button also, and if you're new and you hit that sub button, hit that notification button as well. Join notification squad and never miss a video. Thank you very much for watching. It's your boy Tay the God, and I'm out. Peace.
Young nigga, I'm just tryna run through a check. Soon as you get a necklace, they be aiming for your neck. Half of these men who damn me at it ain't got no respect. And these cats used to curb me, now they wanna have sex. Goddamn, I'm just getting started. Fuck with the kid like you're getting carded. Yeah, my beats, they go the hardest, they go the hardest.